I have some great news for you today regarding this amazing game, and I'm so excited that I randomly stumbled upon this. If you don't know about The Last Night, there really isn't much to know about it other than the mind-blowing reveal trailer from E3 2017 and some interviews with the project leader. The Last Night is a cinematic adventure game, and it might be the single most gorgeous looking indie title I've ever seen. The trailer is supposedly exactly what you'd be experiencing in-game, with no additional post-processing to make it look better. It's all captured in real time in Unity. Unsurprisingly, this trailer hit the right spot for many, which is the reason why this game is still highly anticipated even after 3 years of literally no new content. You might be wondering why this lack of content. We don't know exactly what went on behind the scenes, but the director of the game and founder of the studio, Tim Saray, got into some pretty big drama with the woke mob. Shortly after the big reveal at E3 2017, people dug up some of his old tweets from 2014 and tried to cancel him for not having the exact same opinion that they do. Just for reference, in one of these controversial tweets, he says that modern feminism is skewed and that he supports egalitarianism, which by the way means that all people are equal and deserve equal rights. Yes, this is what he had to go on stage and apologize for. I haven't dug into his Twitter too much, but he does seem to be pretty passionate about exploring societal and cultural ideas. I think whether you agree with him or not, a game that tries to challenge the norm definitely has potential to be more intriguing than your average safe, politically correct story. He's not planning to make a game that's leaning to one political side though, as he said many times. He just wants to have a different take on the cyberpunk genre. Instead of evil corporations running the world, The Last Night is supposed to explore the dangers of extreme progressivism. People have universal basic income and their jobs have been rendered obsolete by AI. Nobody has to work anymore. People are now defining themselves by what they consume, not what they create. In this world, people lack purpose, and this can lead to all sorts of trouble. I think this is a perfect setting to explore the themes of Cyberpunk, and I hope that the SJW outrage hasn't influenced the story of this game. Anyways, this whole Twitter thing led to rumors that their investors pulled out, and then later in 2018, the studio ran into some quote-unquote massive business, legal, and funding issues that they couldn't go into detail about. Again, we don't know exactly what happened, but it was being said that behind the scenes, Tim and his associates were being blacklisted and that there was efforts to stop the game from being published. This led to a ton of speculation about the game being cancelled, and even though Tim confirmed a few times on Twitter that the game is still being worked on, I feel like a lot of people didn't read those updates or just didn't believe them, and with the lack of news, the general sort of atmosphere is that the project has been scrapped. Well, it hasn't. The first good thing to happen in 2020 is some official news on where the development of The Last Night currently stands. I say news even though the info is about a month old because literally nobody's talked about this yet. The update comment by Tim has only 75 upvotes in the game's very small subreddit, and even most of the people from the subreddit probably haven't seen this. Here's the update. I've always set up Odd Tales to be decentralized and fully operational remotely, so the current situation doesn't really affect us. Engine, inspirations, documentation, source code, communication tools, finances, everything is fully online. We just closed a fundraising round 2 weeks ago and we're finally stabilized financially. I want to interject here with his older comment from 7 months ago because I think it gives context on the game's budget. This is a comment from a post asking why The Last Night never had a Kickstarter. Tim says that The Last Night is a 3 million British pound project, which is about 3,700,000 US dollars, which explains why the game needed investors. I mentioned this because I think you can kind of gauge the scope of the project by knowing the budget needed to turn it into reality. Moving on with the update comment. In the upcoming weeks, we'll hire a lead animator. As I've said a few times, we grew tremendously as artists and technicians. We made several major breakthroughs in cinematography, tech architecture, art direction, and narrative, and that is moving the game to frankly uncharted territories, which is fascinating to explore. It's been an insane learning journey, discovering the potential of our project and the potential of our team, and we want to keep all of that under wrap until we are closer to release. The 2017 reveal trailer was already closely studied and emulated in many upcoming indie games, and I'll admit it's frustrating that some of them are coming out before the original, hence why we're not going to reveal our latest breakthroughs, which I think will be seen as the natural evolution of 2.5D. If you already like our work in 2017, expect another slap in the face next time we show the game. It's just insane. There's nothing even approaching The Last Night visually. I'm so proud that with persistence and patience we somehow reached that level of originality and quality as we're such a small team. The game should be fully playable before the end of the year, at which point we'll feel comfortable growing the team. We'll hire a much larger team of animators, environment artists, voice actors, audio artists, and we'll enter production using the unique workflows and techniques we pioneered for The Last Night. As you can see, Tim is pretty confident about their work on the game so far. These comments tie in with some of his Twitter opinions on the gaming industry as a whole. He seems to want to push the boundaries with The Last Night and not only create a visually stunning experience, but something technologically different from what we're used to. I hope this ambition to do something completely new and out of the ordinary shows in the final product. This is one of the reasons why I love indie games. They have more freedom to take risks, and that definitely helps to evolve gaming as a whole. So now that we finally have some actual official info, it feels good to know that the project is still in full swing. I obviously don't expect it to release before 2021, but this is a game that I'll definitely keep on my radar. Xbox is doing their event tomorrow, and if there's anything fun in there, I'll definitely cover it on the channel. So subscribe, like, comment, share, turn on the notification bell, follow me on Twitter, and tell your grandma about me.